And welcome, everybody. Where are we? Incredible Science Camp, week 2, day 2. Today's Tuesday, right? I hope you're all having an incredible day. Well, your day's about to get even more incredible. By the way, look at these cups from last night. Remember, we did the last experiment with the blue and yellow water. Well, look, I did not fill up anything in the middle. The middle started off empty. And look, there's green water in the cup. Not just is there green water in the cup, but look what it did to the paper towels that were in the cup. It sort of made it tie-dye. Look, we'll take this one out. We have a yellow and green paper towel on there. And we have the blue and green. So you see how the water just goes up, using capillary action, goes out of one cup into the other. And look, it even stains the paper towel that it's on. And we created our own color pattern here. But I thought that was cool because I think the coolest part is not necessarily just the coloring is pretty cool, but how this middle cup starts off with no water inside and ends up being filled with water. Those are some of the things we're going to be doing today. We started off with the blue and the yellow, and we ended up with a cup full of green. So that is pretty cool. Speaking of color, we are going to be doing a really cool color experiment because this right here, it would be cool if you can mix green and yellow to make blue, but you could only mix primary colors to make a third color, and now our blue is gone forever. We now only have green, as you see here. So by blue, by yellow, the green is more dominant and ate you all up. Now, this is just with physical color. Physical color means color you can touch, such as paint and inks. But before we are getting way ahead of ourselves, guys, let me say hello to all of you and see who's in the house live today. I see iPhone. Who's iPhone? Hi, iPhone. Tully, what's up? BH, Yosef Waxlack, Meyer, what's your last name again? Oh, what's your Ephraim? I've been calling you Meyer as your first name, and yeah, got it. Ephraim here, Malka, Moshe, and Sarah, Yaakov Weiss and company. Naftali's in the house. Shalom, Naftali, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. You picked a good day to come on live because we have some liquid nitrogen experiments to do today as well, plus a couple of fun experiments. Who's going to be in a pool tomorrow? Who is going to be in a pool? Well, one of the experiments we're doing in the kit is I tested in the pool today. Maybe I'll show you some of the footage. The paddle wheel boat. Get this out of your box. The paddle wheel boat. We're going to build it today. Ellie Grunfeld and a friend. Where is Penny today? On a trip. Right? Water park? So jealous. I have to go to a water park already. Incredible Science Camp. Welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you were able to make it here live. Incredible Science Camp. For all those watching on the replay, the YouTube replays are fixed. Somehow YouTube fixed them. And now the quality is better. So the YouTube versions are going to be clear as of now. And whoever is still watching, whether it's live, let me make sure that's not anybody. Nope, that's not anybody from us saying they have a problem. The YouTube, whoever's watching live or recorded, you will still be able to partake in any raffles giveaways that we do. This is going to be for later. I'm going to poke some holes in these ping pong balls. You may have seen this video in one of the videos I've done in a trailer. We're going to attempt to create a hyperspin ping pong ball using liquid nitrogen. We are going to be making our own color wheel. You have this. So here's what I want you to do. For today's kit, here's what you're going to take out. For today's experiments, take out of your kit from IncredibleScienceCamp.com. Take out your paddle wheel boat. Where's the paddle wheel boat? Right here. It looks like that. The STEM kit. It's a little bright here, isn't it? Well, actually, let me turn this light on and turn. All right. And turn this one. Much better. At least here it's much better. You should hopefully not get a glare. I need to get the black top over here. Take out your Newton's disc. Oh, I'm pointing it up and I'm not going to that camera. So you need the Newton's disc. It says Newton's disc on it. Right? With that dude over there with that cap. I think that'll be our next costume. Right there, perm costume. Over here, the paddle wheel boat. we're going to build that first. Don't hurt yourself when you're building this. I'm going to show you exactly what not to do. The paddle wheel boat, you'll use that in the pool. I tried it in the pool. It actually works surprisingly well, even in the pool, but I'm going to test it out here. And yes, we are going to go back to trying to recreate our liquid nitrogen tornado. Now, I changed a couple of variables, but we're going to change only one at a time. The liquid nitrogen tornado, let's get some it is so hot in this room because there's not much air in here because well, I can't turn the cameras around. The door is boarded up with tons of boxes, and my windows, they're just really giant lava lamps blocking the window, and I have volcanoes to my left and tornadoes to my right. So definitely can't open any windows. Yeah, I'm just blown away here. Well, let's get some liquid nitrogen going here. Anyway, my point was I'm happy to be using liquid nitrogen now because it is really hot. Problem is I can't touch it. Otherwise, I can for a split second. But other than that, I can't really touch it. Just look at that. Now, for people who don't know, this could look like it's really hot. But it's actually negative 320 degrees below zero, as you guys know. So that liquid nitrogen over there. All right, now. So our original experiment, what we did was I poured some warm water. Here, let's just do it in one of these cups here. I got some warm water. And where is my warm water? Right here. Got some warm water. And I poured it in here. We're going to change the size of the cup. And then I had some here. We're going to be changing the size of the container it's in. So we'll see if that does anything. I'm going to put some liquid nitrogen in there to create a nice mist effect. Little hard to see. We need the black. We need our black cloth. Where is our black cloth to just lay down over here? Hang on a second, guys. Let me make it a lot more visible for you. Huh, it disappeared. Our black cloth disappeared. It's supposed to be it's supposed to make it more visible for you. And instead we disappeared. I think it might be behind. Yep, here it is. Okay. Fell behind here. Let's get this over the white table so that you have the contrasting colors, and then you'll be able to see the tornado because we're just going to go bigger from here. This is the starting point, the small version of our liquid nitrogen tornado attempts. Much better. Okay. We need a little more liquid nitrogen now, though, in our hot water. And there you have a little tornado, right? A little one, a mini one. Not so many, actually. Look at that. That's actually working really well. This is the best one we've had, guys. Whoa, look at that one. Look at that. That's crazy. I am blown away. No pun intended. Oops, I shouldn't talk too much because I just blew the tornado away. How crazy is that? Whoa, and I can reconnect it. Guys, this is sick. Okay, I would tell you to do this, but unfortunately, you can't really get liquid nitrogen. I can't believe how well this is working. Right, guys? This is so much better than the first time, right? Do you see the wisp over here? Now, what's interesting is, I didn't know that this was going to work. I showed you that my wife and I were holding these giant fans. And yes, don't worry, I have a fan over there, a big box fan later, with a lot more liquid nitrogen. But I'm really surprised with how well this works. I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because liquid nitrogen fog disappears a lot quicker than dry ice fog because it's colder and it warms up quicker, and it's just the temperature change just happens much quick. There's nothing left to melt in it. It's already a gas. Whereas the dry ice, it's a solid, and it's like an ice cube melting versus something that's already steam or whoops, I just blew it away. Wrong side. So we're going to do it in reverse. Let's see if we just got lucky or if we could just do it again easily. Now we probably need the right amount of smoke, or there we go. This might be even bigger than before. It's off the cup. It's from the table. All right. That was cool. That was a great first attempt. Thumbs up. That was better than the first attempt, right? Like a few days ago. Okay, so we're making progress. Let's get this back into our container. We're going to move on to a bigger version a little bit later, but I'm excited that that works because in science, when something works, you can scale it up, meaning you can make it bigger and bigger and bigger using the same proportions and ratios. For example, if we have a small elephant's toothpaste, we just double the amount to have double the reaction. So technically, if we double the size of the container, double the amount of liquid nitrogen, double the amount of everything, but we need to double the size of the fan, maybe. So it has to be exact. Now, it's not going to be exact because the fan that I have for later is, well, let's just say it's a little more than double. But we're going to see, we might have a giant tornado in here, guys. If I get blown away, I need you to send some help from the tornado. Okay, deal? Deal. Now, I don't know for sure if this will work, but we're going to put it in a bigger container a little later on. We're going to fill it up with liquid nitrogen, and then we're going to try our spinning ping pong hyperspin, meaning it goes super, super fast because all the liquid nitrogen is trying to get out. But now let's build our first experiment, and we're going to build our Newton's disk. The Newton's disk. I actually built it just to show you how it works. Oops, did my wires disconnect? One of my wires disconnected. Let me show you. Here we are. Let me connect my wires. Now, you're going to need AA batteries, but you could get that later. The point is now we're just going to build it. But to get it to spin, you're going to need AA batteries. If you have it at home, great. If not, you can get it later or tomorrow, but you'll have it built. It's very easy to get the batteries in. That's not the hard part of this build. Let me make sure we are. Yeah, okay. So now, as I showed you before with the colors, right? The colors, that's physical color. So when you mix the colors together, what's up, Layla and Eitan, who just joined, Nahama joined, and the Shore family. I don't know if I said hi to you before. All right, so with physical color before, when we mixed our colors together, we created we created green. We mixed colors to create another color. The more we go, the darker it's going to become, right? If we added more blue and more red to this cup of green, this is not going to turn white, right? That's not going to become white. This is not going to turn lighter the more colors we add, because that is physical color. However, with light, it works differently, right? With light, the colors work differently. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. With light, the colors work differently. So when you have light mixing colors together, you see all these right here? Now we're viewing this with light, right? If it was dark, we wouldn't be able to see this. But we're not physically mixing the colors together. We're using light to mix the colors. So by spinning it fast, all the colors are going to be mixing in our brains and our eyes, because it's going to be going so fast. We're going to be taking all the colors in at once. What's going to happen to the colors as these colors mix together? Light colors, right? Like a rainbow. Think of it as a rainbow. If a rainbow mixed together with light, what would it look like? Would it become black, or would it become like the cup of water of all different colors? Or would something else happen? What do you guys think? Here, I'll unmute you guys. Tell me what you think. You can unmute yourself, by the way. You could ask anything. It's going to become colorful. Okay, that would be cool. Well, it's colorful already. Let's see. Ready? I'm going to turn it on, and then we're going to build it. 3, 2, 1. Oops, hold on. The wire, it fell out of the base. Let me reconnect the wire. This wire came out. I'm going to show you how to build it. All right, let me go up close to you guys so you can see it again. 3, 2, 1. What do you see? It's mostly what color? It's mostly white. But look, when I stop it, you see every color. But when I'm spinning it, when it's mixing together super fast, it looks white. Oh my gosh, you'll be in person, you'll be able to look, it looks white. You can't even see any color. Interesting, because on camera, you could see some of the colors blurred in. But when you a little bit, you see it on camera, because the camera's quicker than your eye, believe it or not. When my eye looks at this without a camera, it looks white. And you're going to see that right now in person. We're going to build it. So Newton's disc, I'm going to show you how to build it. It's really simple. You're going to need some 2 AA batteries later, or today if you have it. And we are going to build it, and you're going to see for yourself in person how it looks that way. All right, so let me show you how to build it. It's actually a really simple build. There's actually a screwdriver in here that you could use for yesterday's video, for yesterday's experiment, guys. So let me show you all the parts, all the pieces. And here are the instructions. I mean, I'll show you how to build it, but if you get stuck, you could look at this later. This you don't need, obviously. Everything you need is in the bag, besides the batteries, AA batteries. Okay. So let's spill it out. Now, remember, positive connects to a negative and negative connects to a positive. What does that mean? Black wire is going to connect to a red wire. Red wire is going to connect to the black wire. That's later on. So first, here's what we're going to do. Untangle the red wire and the black wire. Move everything to the side. Let's lay out everything so it's nice and neat. Our platform, our disc, our motor housing, our stick, our battery compartment, our tape. Don't throw this white piece out. Screwdriver. Open up this little baggie over here. And after this, I think we're going to do our ping pong ball hyperspin with the liquid nitrogen. Okay. Let's see. Here we are. Everything laid out. You guys see it? Good. Now it's just a few pieces. Here's what you do first. Take off the red tip of that wire, and then take off the black tip on this wire right here. So here, let me zoom in a little, so you guys can see a little better. So we're going to have one wire over here. You want to twirl it so that it's a nice, not like a million strings, but a bunch of strings together. Sorry, I mean all as one little wire. Squeeze it and twirl it. Okay, squeeze and twirl. Then you're going to do that for the red one. Take the tip off. We did that already. Twirl it so that it's one nice wire. Not a million pieces together. Just twirl it. And our 2 wires are here. Now, take your motor. This is your motor. You want to flip the gold pieces up. These gold pieces right here. And if you're watching this and you're not part, join Incredible Science Camp, guys. You get all of these experiments and more. Here we go. Flip it over. You guys are probably accustomed to this by now. Twist it so it's connected to one of the hooks. Then take the red wire, go to the other side, flip it over, twist it. And now you should have your motor with the two wires connected like this. See? Okay, you could do this later. I'm just showing you how to do it. Then you got to put your motor in a house. So buy a house and put the motor in it. Take this red half a housing right here. You see that little piece that goes out? That's where the wires go, okay? So the tip of the wire, the motor axle is going to be pointed out like that. The wires are going to lay nicely on that little tray. And guess what we're going to do? We are going to make a sandwich right here. Take the other half and fold it over and snap it on. And this is in your Incredible Science Camp box number 2. Some of you guys have different things in different boxes. So if you're missing something, it might be in a different week. But for the most of you, it's in box number 2. And here we are. So good job. Nice. Okay. So yeah. So we have our motor sticking out here. Now, here's what you do. Take the pink stick, thread the wires through the pink stick all the way. Thread the wires all the way through, and the pink stick is going to connect to the motor, just like that. Jiggle it around a little, and it will connect like that. So you should have what looks like a lollipop, but don't eat it. A lollipop with wires coming out of it. Ellie, how'd you know we're making lollipops today? You have lollipops on your screen. Naftali, you made me hungry. Can I have one? Okay, thanks. We'll have it later. All right, I'm going to eat my lollipop here. Now, here's what you do. We are going to take the plug, take this green plug. Hot soup on a summer day, I'm going to pass on that one, but thank you. It needs to be cold soup, but that's not good. Take the plug, push it in. Push it in. You want it to be stuck in. Good. So it's nice and tight. So that it should look like this now. And then take your green base, and you are going to push this into your base. And look what we have right here, right now. Look at that. We have a standing lollipop, a standing fan, our spinning platform where we're going to attach our disc. Believe it or not, we're almost done with this. So look right here. Flip it down. So I'm going to show you what to do. Take the gear, this gear right here. Yeah, the wires are going to come out from the front. You could just twist it around if you need to. Take your spinning gear over here. Take your double-sided tape, and just with your fingers, just try to rip it in half. So you have two pieces of the double-sided tape. Now, take both sheets of paper off of it, off the double-sided tape. Don't stick the double-sided tape over the hole, okay? Don't place it over the hole. Let me show you. There's a hole in the middle. Not those 4 holes. Those 4 holes are fine. And don't put the tape on the side with the piece sticking up. See that piece sticking up? Flip it over, and the tape goes over 2 holes over there. Don't put it over that middle hole. And then your second sticky tape is going to go over the other side of it like this. And again, make sure not to cover the middle hole. And you're going to see why in a second, as soon as I get this paper off. Okay. Then what you want to do, take your colorful disc, and we're going to stick this onto the middle of it. Like that. See? So your middle disc now has that gear stuck onto the back of it. And yep, you know what we're going to do now. Take the metal axle coming out over there and connect it to the disc. Push it in. And you now have your built color wheel. But now we have to power it. So how are we going to power it? Well, remember, like I said earlier, black connects to red, red connect to black. Positive and negative charges are what generates power. So take your battery pack. Now, there is a little screwdriver that came with this kit. What we're going to do is I'm just going to use one. You can use as many screws as you want. I'm just going to use one, place it on the end here. Put it in any hole you want. There are tons of holes on the green power board. Just going to screw it in onto the board like that. See, now we have our power board connected. I'll unmute you guys if you have any questions while we're building this. If you want to build it later, or if anyone is watching this, if anyone's watching this recording live, this live recording later, I know a lot of you watch the recording. You can make it live. You're in different time zones or busy now. Send me a WhatsApp message or a text message with any questions that you're stuck on. Now, also on Thursday, we have the raffle for the density tower coming up. A few of you sent me pictures of your completed density towers. There is just a raffle specially just for that, where we will also be having another prize giveaway for everyone in the science camp on Thursday, meaning everyone's in that raffle. But then the second raffle, just for those people who sent in a picture of their completed density tower that they were able to do. You know, that tube with the salt water, different amounts of salt in it, different colors, different densities. So for those that sent in a picture in that raffle, let's get back to here right now. Now we're going to take our 2 wires that are connected to our spinning wheel and take the 2 wires that are connected to the battery pack. Strip off the black and red pieces from those wires. So we're going to strip the wire and have just the metal ends, the copper ends showing, not the plastic over it. Make sure the plastic is off. You can't connect wire to the rubber, sorry, not plastic. Twirl it so that it's nice and tight. Then take your black and red and just twirl it together. Here, let me try to zoom in more. Take the black and red and just make sure they're connected. You want to twirl it around and around. The way I like to do it is the way I find works the best. Whoops, my spinning tower came apart. Line them up side by side, right, like this, side by side. And then squeeze it together. Make sure they're even and just twirl it. Twirl it like about 20 times. It's nice and tight. Spin it as you twirl it. 10, 11, and then fold it over. Then it's really going to stay, should really stay nice and tight together. So that's one. Do that for the next pair. For the next black and red. And we, again, line it up together. Squeeze and just twirl them together. So they're all, you could spin it with both hands, twirl them together, fold it over, spin it again, about 10 to 20 times. My base came out, so I'm just sticking it back in. Now this should work. I'm going to take the batteries out of my other built one just to show you that this built one that I did with you works and show you how it turns on. Okay, so here is our spinning wheel. Make sure your battery is in the correct way. The flat side goes against the spring and then the opposite on the other side. Tight squeeze, there it is. And there it goes. To get it working right, flip the metal piece down. Make sure your wires are connected. And there we go. Our spinning disc. To stop it, just flip that switch up over there. Here, I'll show you again. This switch over here is the one that's going to power it. And to stop it, you flip it up so it's not connecting the metal. Down. And there you have it. Here, look how white it is over here. You cannot see any colors. And the second that I stop it, you start seeing the colors. There you go. We have a really cool fidget spinner experiment coming up. I think it's next week's box. These are fidget spinners that I guarantee, I mean, can't guarantee, but I've never seen them before. They do something super cool on camera, and it's sort of connected to this already. Ellie, nice job, and a friend. You did it. Nice. But you see how in person, look at the white disc. You see in person, it looks totally white, right? In person, it looks totally white. On camera, you were able to see just a little bit of the color, but in person, it's just completely white. See, that is how color mixing works when you're dealing with light versus paints or crayon color or food coloring water like we did. All right, moving on. Now you have this fun. You have a science experiment for school actually now. All right, now let's move this to the side. We're going to build our paddle wheel boat soon, but in the meantime, I actually have a bunch of ping pong balls here that we are going to try to get into hyperspin. What's up, Eitan? Glad you can make it. All right, so this is the experiment. I hope I can get it to work. If not, I'll show you a video of it. It's a little tricky sometimes. I'm on the wrong. It's a little tricky sometimes. You have to get it just right. I have to soak it in liquid nitrogen. But before I soak it in liquid nitrogen, I can't just dunk it in liquid nitrogen and then take it out. Where's my glove? And take it out and expect it to spin. See, it does nothing over here. And it's not going to do anything on the black. I need it to spin. It has to be on the white. Although, even for those few seconds, it's super cold. Let me get my liquid nitrogen glove so that I'm able to touch it a little easier and place it down on the table. Now, the glove that I have is a special glove. It's about $50 for the glove, but it's made specially for liquid nitrogen. It'll protect my hand a lot longer than if I was not wearing any glove at all. See, if I wasn't wearing any glove at all, I can barely keep my hand in liquid nitrogen for more than 2 seconds. But with this glove over here, it's made out of a special material that will allow me to not only keep my hand in for, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds, but it will protect it for about that same time. But the thing is, guys, if I were to keep this in for longer than 10 seconds, my hand would absolutely get frozen, just like it would if I were keeping it in liquid nitrogen. But I'm going to show you. But for now, this is actually perfect because we don't need it to be in that long. Here we got our lights over there and our lights over here. Now, here's what we need to do. I need to put a hole in this ping pong ball. So I'm going to take this little skewer, this little hey guys. All right, somebody said hello. I want to put a sideways hole in it because what I want to do, I want the liquid nitrogen to try to escape. Let's see. All right, we have our hole in the ball. I didn't go straight down because I want it to try to come out sideways and spin it like a tornado. Let's see if that's gonna work. Here's our liquid nitrogen. Here's our ball. Let's dunk it down. You know, I'm going to use to dunk it down. I'm going to use the cover to dunk it down. And then we're going to go back to this camera here. And then you'll see what happens if I place it down on the table. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I haven't really mastered it yet. But we will keep on trying until we get it right. Now, I use my glove so that I could pour it out without worrying or just dig it out. There goes that idea. Let's see. I'll just get it for a second. Oh, sort of. Nope. We're going to try it 5 times. And if it doesn't work, we'll move on. Actually, we'll try it 5 times. If not, it doesn't work, I'm going to make a different hole with a different tool in a different ping pong ball because it's possible that the hole is just not, there goes a ping pong ball, is just not the right size, right? We're changing the variable a little bit. Here, I have a different poker, whatever you want to call it. What color would, okay, we'll try a red one. Here, I'll make another hole over here. Sideways hole I need. There we go. Okay, this one's a smaller hole. So I changed it. I changed the, because why should this work any better than the other one, right? So I changed it over here, and let's see now. We'll get this out, as you guys see here. Get it out. I'm just gonna use my, I'm able to use my hands, by the way, because I'm not going all the way down into the liquid nitrogen. I want to make sure the liquid nitrogen is inside. Now let's see. It's not doing anything. For a second. No, it's, I don't see this. I don't see this happening with that one. We'll try the red one. We'll try the red one. Let's get the blue one out so the red one has room to chill in there, literally. That sounded better. I don't know if that means anything. I think it just means it was hotter to start. Make sure to get liquid nitrogen inside. Maybe this hole was too big. I don't know. Still looks cool. Smoking ping pong ball. Here's the red one, guys. That's spinning. Oh, there it goes. Do you see it? It's spinning, guys. Look. Oh, that was cool. This one works. Okay, I wonder now. I don't think it's going to work on the black, but if it does, that will be a lot more visible for you guys. Did you guys see it? Thumbs up if you saw it spinning wildly on its own. You were able to see? Nice. Okay. So the key is to make a smaller hole. You see? Change one variable. Look at the size. Look at the different sizes of the holes. Right? Look at the blue hole versus the red hole. The blue is much bigger than the red. See? So by changing just one thing, we're able to figure out now what makes it work. I don't know if it's going to be able to spin. It's like, this is like a carpet. Try it one more time. And then we're going to be making our paddle boat so you guys can use it in the pool tomorrow. Get this in here. Let's get it out. Again, I don't think it's going to spin on this, but I want to try so you guys. Yeah, you see it. You see it pushing out. Look at that. Look at that. That's the gas. Do you see the gas shooting out? That's the liquid nitrogen. Whoa! Did you see that? That was in my hand. That spun in my hand. I did not expect that. That was cool. Let's try that again. That was cool. I was just trying to show you how the gas is coming out, and it started spinning in my hand. Now let's do that again. Well, we now have a new experiment that we accidentally discovered. I mean, another way to do the experiment. Let's get it out. Come on. There it goes. Look at that spinning in my hand. It's freezing my hand. That is so cool. All right, that was fun. Whew, really cold to feel that spinning in my hand, guys. But let's give you another view. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from there. My hand is frozen. Good thing I could heat it up that way. Just get it spinning. It keeps squirting me with, ow, wow, with the liquid nitrogen. Wow. All right. Even that little amount felt like little pin pricks on my skin. All right. Enough of this one, but it's cool that it works. I need to get you know what I need to do? I need to get a black plastic tablecloth, dunk about 10 of these in a cup, and have like a gate around the table so that they won't fall off. Maybe put like a wooden or a cardboard piece, and then just dump them all on the table, and then it'll just spin around everywhere. That would be cool. Maybe I'll make a video of that. All right, let's get to our paddle ball boat. Our paddle boat, not paddle ball. Our paddle boat. I like playing paddle ball. You guys ever play paddle ball? It's a fun game. All right, now let us see. Paddle wheel boat. Paddle wheel boat. We'll get to your questions soon. I want to make sure we get all the experiments in. Paddle wheel boat. That's backwards. Paddle wheel boat. It's in the same. It's not the same experiment, even though it looks like it's in the same kit, right? As this one right here. So this is really simple to build, but you could hurt yourself with this one, so I want you to be careful. Thumbs up now, you could hear me, right? Okay, good. What happened was sometimes when that happens, my battery pack, I have a wireless mic here so you guys could hear me really well. But sometimes after the show, I forget to turn this off and the batteries die out overnight just a little, and then I remember to shut it. But by that time, there's only a little bit left. So sometimes that happens and I just switch the batteries out. All right. So let's build our paddle wheel boat. It's 6:44 already. Oh my gosh, time flies when you're having fun. It's so true. It would be nice if it was the other way around. Time flies when you're not having fun, but time should like just go slow when you're having fun, right? Hi, Ellie Grunfeld's friend. What's your name? What was it? Avi what? What was that? Merrick. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm going to be in camp Naranana tomorrow. It's a girls' camp. If any of you have sisters in that camp, you could tell them I'm going to be in Camp Naranana tomorrow. Does anybody have sisters in Camp Naranana? Naftali, I was in Woodmere today. I was in Saddle Ridge Road, I think it's called. Are you near there? I was on Saddle Ridge earlier today. Yeah. You're near there? Yeah. I guess everybody in Woodmere is near there, right? Because Woodmere is not giant. But cool. It's a nice area. All right. Here's what you do. Take this right here. This is like your motor for the boat. Okay? There are only 3 things to build this boat, which is why I love it, because it's so simple. 3 things, and you have your boat, your boat. That's all you need. You don't need any tools. You don't need anything. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself, because there's one step that you could hurt yourself. Now, here are your 2 wheels, okay? There are 2 steps to building this boat. First, you're going to take this carefully without your fingers. If you look at the back of the boat, to the back, behind like where the motor goes, look on the outside of it. You see the 2 little bumps, okay? A bump here and a bump there. That's where this is going to go through. So you push it from the inside. I'm going to push it down on a table. Keep your fingers away from it. Push it hard till you make a hole in it. Yep. And I made a hole in one side. Right? Now, you want this little piece here, to be in the back. Doesn't matter, because you could always just take it out. Take the whole thing out. Push in the other side again. Don't hurt yourself doing this. Push until you have a hole. Don't rip your boat, so be careful. And now we have a hole in the other side. So I just push this through. You could use a pin if it's easier to start off, but I find it works well. And flatten out your boat. And now we have our it's pretty much done. Slide it through. Are we zoomed in? Slide it through all the way. And again, this is in your Incredible Science Camp box number 2. For those watching and not part of the camp, join us at IncredibleScienceCamp.com. So there's actually 2.5 weeks left. But we will be continuing after the summer. We will be having a grand massive giveaway to only those people who are part of the camp after the summer is over, believe it or not. I'll tell you more about that towards the end of the camp. All right, with like a ton of prizes to give away. Probably like over 10. Maybe even more. All right, here's this. So we have our boat. Now we need our wheels. Push it on. I like using a table for this. Push it down on the table. Don't push it down too far. You don't want the wheel touching the boat, okay? Don't let the yellow wheel touch the boat. Once your first wheel is on a little bit, it's going to be a lot easier to get the second wheel on because you could push the whole thing down. Don't keep your finger over here. You don't want the metal piece coming at you. If you have any trouble whatsoever, just ask your parent to help you with it. And by the way, our boat is done. Now let me show you how this will work in the water. All you have to do is pull this and look at the wheels. Again. Pull it all the way. Now you could try this in the pool tomorrow. Don't sink it because this will fill with water and sink. I have some water here to show you guys how this will work. Let me make some room here so I can show you. And then we will get back to our liquid nitrogen fan tornado experiment in a bigger way. I'm excited to try it, but we got to move. Time is moving. Time never waits. Which ball was the good one? Oh, it's the only one with the hole. I gotta have to keep this. I gotta have to keep this one. That's the good liquid nitrogen ball. Actually, don't ever keep anything in liquid nitrogen because it'll crack it. All right, get our fan over here. Our liquid nitrogen over here. Our glove, our boat. We have just so many different supplies over here. All right, because I have a little mini pool, not a mini, you'll see, like a whole giant tub of water so that you could see how the boat actually works before you bring it into water. Okay, let me get all this water up here. Dun, dun, dun. Here is my tub. Let's see if the overhead camera could get this. We'll zoom out. Nice. Okay, great. Good view. Wait, wrong way. To move this up a little. Okay, so let's see. Now this actually, by the way, let me take this down a second. This is like an amphibian car. It goes on land and water. Watch as I pull it. It just goes. You'll try it on your hardwood floor. And you see it really goes quick. Keep this pressed in. I'm just stopping it from falling off, and there's still a lot more energy in it. So here's what we're doing. Now, the way this car operates, it's like a torque, like a pulley. You ever see pulleys, people loading something up a building? The rope goes up and around, up and around. Well, here, it's like there's a spring with it, a spring with the pulley, and there's not that much room in here for it to go, but you'll see. It just goes. And it's cool because this will continue to go as long as it's spinning. This will go. Let me see. I have some. You'll be in a much bigger pool that you'll see this just go and go and go and just move the string for it. Sometimes it gets a little wet. Just give it another pull. I mean, and you'll see the boat goes. So that was an easy way and really easy build. And you could put it back on the water. You could go from the water into the pool and back again. Let's see if I can show you footage that I have from the pool today. Maybe I'll just show you like from my phone directly instead of uploading it. It'll be a lot quicker this way. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, yeah, hold on. It's not letting me. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, let me upload this and I'll do a screen share with you. The cool part is what I wanted to show you is I was able to go from airdrop. I went from the ground into the water, and it kept on. Oh, I'm talking to no one. I'm talking to my head. I went around into the pool, and it kept on going. So here, let me do a screen share with you. Share screen. Hold on a second. Let's share it. Here it is. So you saw it went from the top into from the top of the pool going and then into the pool, and it continues to go because it continues to spin. Let's see, was this the one? And then it just go on the side. So you'll have fun with it, guys. It'll continue. Let me do one more that I had here. That's pretty good, I think. This was just regularly in the pool. It's uploading now. Let me just. Were you able to see that? Were you able to see the boat in the water? Did it work? Yeah, okay, good. Here's one more. Let me screen share it with you guys. And we are going to get to our tornado. Here it is. Just regularly, I pulled it back. I let it go, and it just goes all the way down. And it's still going. So that's fun. Have fun with your boat. Careful when you're poking it through not to hurt yourself. And now, guys, the moment I've been waiting for, I'll be using that water from our boat to create a giant cloud from liquid nitrogen and hopefully make a tornado. Let's see if we can get that going. So we're going to pour some liquid nitrogen in here to create the smoke. Let's see what happens. I've never tried this before, but that's the fun part of being live. And I will unmute you guys. You can ask any questions you want. You're unmuted. You are officially all unmuted. All right, let's get our liquid nitrogen in here. I'm going to plug my fan in. Where is my extension cord? All right. Let's get this plugged in. I hope this works. We're going to find out real soon. What am I unplugging here? What did I just unplug? Did I unplug a light? I think I unplugged the light, but that's okay. Fortunately, we have more. All right, my extension cord in the fan. Let's make sure our fan works. Uh-oh, our fan is missing the dial to twist it, but I don't think that's a problem because, yeah, I could just twirl it on my. Okay. So our fan is going now. We don't want the fan blowing. We want it sucking. So we want the other side. So we want it to pull the air. We want that suction of air. We don't want it to blow the air away. So I'm not just going to blow it I'm not going to blow it away. I'm going to flip it around to the other side. All right. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but that is the fun That's the fun of trying, experimenting, having our liquid nitrogen in our water over here, our liquid nitrogen. And we're going to create the fog. The question is, will it get pulled up? So the plan is to go like this. You hear my voice? That's just the vibration. We're going to see if we can create a tornado. Okay, let me move back a little bit so you guys will be able to see a little more. All right, let's get our liquid nitrogen. We have two ways to do this. So first, I'm just going to pour some directly into here to create. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, it's sucking it in, but it's blowing it out the other way. Not yet. Okay, here goes. It's spinning. I think I see it almost. There it is. There it is. Guys, we had it for a second. Let me make it harder. That higher. That was, oof, that was blowing in my face. We definitely had it. It's all about the angle. Oh, we have it. It's like a little bit there, right? Hold on. Because I think we need, oh my gosh, it's freeze. Look what it made in the water here. Oh, wow. It's ice. It's a piece of ice. Can you look at that? This is unexpected. We just created a piece of ice because it froze the water. Do you guys see that? It's so super clear. Sort of hard to see. But I think we need some more smoke coming. We need, oh, look at that. It's just all, the water is extra cold now. Let me get this water out of the way because I think maybe if we had warmer water, hotter water, it might create, well, it will create more smoke, carbon, not carbon dioxide, nitrogen, right? But that steam, that vapor might give us a better chance of a tornado. So let's try it. I'm going to pour some in here. Hot water, warm water, warmer, hotter. That is a lot of smoke. Let's get this over it. Let's hope it works. It's sucking it up. Is it spinning it like a volcano? And there it is. There it is. Wait, almost too much smoke. Here it comes. There. Oh, look at that. That was crazy. Hold on. Did you guys see that? That was a good one. I want to move it over because the camera's getting in the way, the overhead camera. Shouldn't. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, that was a big one. I need to center it. Once I center it. All right, well, that was fun. That was cool. I wonder what happens. Did you guys see the tornado? I couldn't see it I was on top of it. Did you guys see any tornadoes at any point? Any big tornadoes? Thumbs up if you saw some big tornadoes coming out. What was better, this or in the rectangle big tub? What looked better? This one? This one? This looked better? Yeah, I thought it was a little bigger also. Let's see what happens now, actually. If I take this. I accidentally spilled it all out by mistake. Let's pour a little more in. Wait, we have one more version, actually. We have this bowl. See, we're just changing one variable. What variable am I changing? I'm changing the container. Pour this in. A little more liquid nitrogen. Wait, get this fan off. Get our fan. Wait, the fan is not on strong enough. We are going overtime, guys. Here it is. There it is. Look at that one. That's pretty good. All right. That is it. Bye, guys. I'm here to answer any questions that you want. That was really cool. Yeah, I think the red container was the best one. All right. Have a great night, guys. I will see you tomorrow. I'm here to answer any questions you might have. Have an incredible night. I will see you tomorrow. What did we do before we did so many things. We did the Newton's disc. We did more tornadoes. I can't turn this off. Well, guess what? That's why it's recorded. You could watch the recording. So you'll get the recording emailed to you and sent to your text and WhatsApp. Join IncredibleScienceCamp.com, guys, for those that are not registered yet. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Let me unplug this.
Recording stopped.
Oh, so yeah, make sure you put the string up over the boat. Try to put it in the boat.